I haven't done this in a while because the fourth down of my 4 downs is always a hot take, and I was just struggling to come up with one that I believed in, and you guys have been counseling me. You don't have to believe in your hot take. Just be hot.
Hot.
But I've come up.
He's been counseling.
So I haven't done this in like a month because there was a listener of our show was pointing out how all of my hot takes were wrong.
Well, you were kind of, you had like a Manning curse. You were like jinxing teams with your fourth
because
down
I was coming up with like this team was not going to lose the rest of the year and stuff
only
like
one
that.
More loss.
And then they would lose twice. But by the way, I chose the Chiefs of that, and they went on a roll, right? Okay. Here's my 4 downs. It's back after a hiatus. We're back after a hiatus. But here we go. Go for it, Mike Del Tufo.
4 downs with Rich.
Here we go.
Why did you stop?
First down.
Okay, everybody. Here's my first down. It is time for everybody to realize what is happening. And everybody knows what's happening. Everybody senses what's happening. Everybody can understand what is happening. And it is time to place aside the whole idea that this guy's already won enough of these and we already refer to him as the modern-day Lombardi. So we don't need to name him Coach of the Year because what's another one of those for him anyway? Well, it would be his 4th, and there's no reason why he should not be honored as such the Thursday of Super Bowl week at NFL Honors as Coach of the Year. Bill Belichick is the Coach of the Year. What he has done this year, after last year, after going on a spending spree in free agency that compared to their free agent spending ways in previous years can only be termed as a sailor drunk on shore leave. They went absolutely crazy. They got not one but 2 tight ends. They got not one but 2 wide receivers. They got Matthew Judon. They got a whole bunch of players and spent a whole bunch of money, which is not what consistently terrific championship caliber teams do. They don't go chasing players in free agency and hope it works in regular season play and then postseason play. That's like fantasy football stuff. The Patriots did it and the pieces have fit. I know, we're still waiting to see, I guess, Aguilar catch fire. But that's not what they do. Certainly when you have a rookie quarterback that you're kind of making sure has easy throws to tight ends and has running backs to run the ball to take pressure off him. And then when he's asked to make plays, he can. And when he's asked to only throw 3 times, he can. And then you've got a defense that's playing lights out. And then you're also somebody that makes sure everybody is situationally brilliant. They never make a mistake. Nobody ever runs out of bounds when they shouldn't. That's why when N'Keal Harry goes after a fluttering ball in a 50-mile-an-hour wind and it hits him in the face mask and he hasn't really been back there all year long, and you put him out there in a situation like last night, it's so shocking. It's so out of character that you're like, what's that all about? Where other teams, that's more often than not are the norm. And then you've got a guy who comes up with a big win last night, and they're already talking about, well, we're going to face him again in a couple of weeks, and they're already preparing for that. This was Bill Belichick, if you don't mind turning the music down for a bit, Mike. This is Belichick on the Greg Hill Show locally in Boston today. Go for it.
Bill, since the weather made it such a wild game, will you be able to take anything from that to use film-wise when you go to prepare for them at the end of the month?
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. We can use our whole passing game. Yeah. All the pass plays that we have, they haven't seen, so we can use all of them next time we play them. That game plan has already been made.
Week 14 bye, sitting back on a bye week, already looking over the steering wheel, and I'm sure other coaching staffs do it, but this is just something, he's been there and done that, and I've seen personally what this guy does using institutional knowledge from his decades at the craft, putting it into real-time practice, snap to snap, quarter to quarter, week to week. He's your Coach of the Year, and I don't think there should be any close second right now, to be very honest with you. Let's go to second down.
Second down.
That's second down right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, everybody, I know that everybody thinks there's an East Coast bias in sports media. There's a Southeast bias when it comes to college football. And I know, when it comes to New York City sports, there is not a lot of relevance going on. But everyone should just get ready right now for the NFL draft. There's going to be about a 45-minute to 50-minute long period on the first night of the draft, at the very top of the draft, where it's all going to be about New York sports. It's very top heavy. And I don't know if Joe Judge is going to be part of the staff to make the picks for the Giants. And Robert Saleh will be there making picks for the Jets. But right now, if you take a look at the standings in the NFL and you look at the draft order right now, it's 4 through 7 right now. It's Jets, Giants, Jets, Giants.
Wow.
4 and 5 is Jets, Giants, are the picks that they've earned themselves being putrid. Wow. And then 6 and 7, it's the picks being earned because Seattle and Chicago are both 4 and 8. I mean, it's going to be a straight out, and it could flip around a little bit. Going into week 13, it was Jets, Jets, Giants, Giants.
Right.
So the Jets would be on the clock for 2 in a row, and then the Giants 2 in a row. But I don't know, whoever the Giants general manager is going to be, maybe, he and Joe Douglas could have a back channel line. Like, do you want to swap here? You want a little 5th here, 6th there? You want to choose here, choose now? I mean, right now it's going to be New York sports. Like, honestly, they should probably, you know what they should do? If it happens like this, they should remove the draft hall and put it in the New York casino, right? For like 45 minutes and just...
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
That's what they should do. And have a Sinatra singer come out and sing New York, New York to entertain the crowd when Scott Hansen's not doing it, in the draft hall.
Like Irv and Colleen Wolfe.
Yeah. Just come out and do a little bit of a Rockette routine.
I love it.
All right, let's go to
Third down.
I am sick and tired of seeing roughing the passer calls and unsportsmanlike conduct calls that are so horrible week in and week out. 15-yard penalties week in and week out that are positively dreadful. There was one on the Patriots last night as Josh Allen is leaping for the first down marker, and he's leaping out, inbounds towards out of bounds, and a Patriot hit him as he was on the full white part.
In the air.
But he's in the air.
Right.
And it's like...
What's he supposed to do?
And so, I guess you're supposed to know that it's wherever the ball crosses the line. He's reaching out as he's in the air. So if you're a defender, you're thinking, okay, he's trying to get a first down right here. I'm going to hit him out before he can reach across that pylon, even though he's already out of bounds.
Right.
But he's in the air, and he's also Josh Allen, and he's also trying to get yards, and I'm trying to hit him all night. Let's throw him for a flag. And then Bill Vinovich just calls it unsportsmanlike conduct, doesn't even describe why it is. It's so infuriating to fans. Here's what needs to be done. We've got to review every last one of them. And you can't say, well, we're going to stop the game for every 15-yard personal foul penalty. No. What we're going to do is throw the flag down. You get on your microphone and you talk to someone in New York. I'm calling a personal foul penalty. Go ahead and take a look at it right now. Somebody then gets that message and scrubs it back, and they make the decision while refs huddle up. Huddle up. Talk about it. Talk about it. Take 15 seconds, 20 seconds of my life. It's not going to be that big of a deal in the NFL. We see stoppages for far longer, for far less. Get these right. Scrub it back in the same way it happened last night where they ruled the punt muff on the face mask of N'Keal Harry initially to be just Patriots ball because it didn't touch him.
But
you know what
Sky
happened?
Judge came in.
Sky Judge came in.
Yeah.
Sky Judge came in. It wasn't a challenge by Sean McDermott. The Sky Judge came in after they were showing replay after replay that it did seem to graze his face mask. Same thing should happen for every 15-yarder. And what I mean every 15-yarder? Every 15-yarder, including that off all these crackback blocks and all these blindside blocks that are called.
And roughing the passer ones where they barely touch the guy.
Every last one of them, because they change everything. They change momentum. They change field position. Let's get it done. All right.
I agree with you.
Let's go for the fourth down.
Are we back? Fourth down, hot take back.
Fourth down.
TJ, come on, TJ.
Here we go.
Need a real,
Here we go.
A real
Here we go.
hot take right now.
Here we
A real one.
And I'm going back to the well about this team's not going to lose the rest of the season or only once the rest of the season. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Please don't say Dallas. Please don't say Dallas. Please don't say
The
Dallas.
reason why many people are not,
Don't say New England. Don't say New
the
England.
reason why many people are not buying the Arizona Cardinals, as I started, the reason why many people are not buying the Arizona Cardinals, as I mentioned at the top of yesterday's show, as one of the best teams in football, because they're 10-2, and if they were the Bucs or the Packers, we'd be talking about them like they were the best thing since sliced bread and winning a Super Bowl. It's because everybody thinks the Packers and the Bucs are going to be red hot and win this thing anyway. The Packers and the Bucs are going to turn the heat up on that. Neither of them are going to lose the rest of the way.
Packers and Bucs?
Packers and Bucs win out.
Write this down.
Neither of them lose the rest of the season. Here you go. Here you go. I'll back this play up. Right now. The Green Bay Packers first. The Green Bay Packers take on the Chicago Bears on Sunday night. They visit Baltimore. That could be a tough one. But I think they're going to come out with the dub before hosting Cleveland and Minnesota, finishing at Detroit. Then you take a look at the Buccaneers, the rest of their schedule. After they play the Buffalo Bills this week at home, they play the New Orleans Saints on Sunday Night Football, unless that thing gets flexed out. Okay. Then you've got a visit to Carolina and the Jets before they finish up against Carolina at home. That's the Bucs the rest of the way. Home for the Bills, home for the Saints, 2 against the Panthers and 1 at the Jets.
Bucs are going 14-3. I mean, come on.
All right. Both of them win out. And then we're going to start seeing if either one of them can leapfrog Arizona, and then we're like, that's a preview of everything. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.